Cruz Elementary School students, this is Mrs. Banwell coming to you from my house. This is a mural in my daughter's room. I thought it'd be fun for you guys to look at that today, just to have it look a little different. So this lesson is for my first grade students, but anybody can do it. And it's a story, and we're going to be talking about different concepts like behind, next to, far away, beside, between, things like that. So we're going to practice those words today. The name of our story is Moose on the Move. Moose on the Move. Let's start it. Here comes the first part. It said, a moose moved to a new forest. He decided to go meet the other animals. He met a squirrel running on a branch. I bet you're good at climbing trees, said the squirrel. So that's our first part of the story. Let's talk a little bit about this picture right here. We can use the word between in this picture. Look, the moose is between the two trees. When you're in the middle, that's between. The moose is between the trees. What's your sentence for between? Think about it. Between. Let's look at this picture for a minute. We can use the word up. So the moose is looking up, but the squirrel is kind of going down. But the moose is looking up. What's your sentence for up for that picture? Think about something else for that one. Okay, for this one, let's read this part of the story. It says, I can't climb trees with hooves like these, said the moose. Can't climb trees like a squirrel with hooves like these. He met a beaver at the stream. You could build a big dam, said the beaver. I don't think a moose can build a big dam. Here comes the next one. We're going to use the words near or close to. So the squirrel is really close to the moose. There are these next to it, near it. So they are close to each other. For this one, far away. Look, the moose is far away from the beaver. The beaver's here, the moose is there. He's far away. What's your sentence for far away? Think about it. Here comes our next one. It looks like this. So remember, the beaver said you can make a dam, but the moose says I can't swim, I can swim, but I can't build a dam, replied the moose. So he can swim, but he can't build a dam. And then here he met a bear fishing nearby. Would you like some fish? Asked the bear. So let's talk a little bit about some of these here. So for this one, we can use the words behind. Behind. So the moose is behind the beaver. He's behind him. Yeah, behind him. And then for this one, we can use the word in front. The bear is in front of the moose. Catching that fish. The bear is in front. What are your sentences for behind and in front? Here we go. This next part, the moose says thank you to the bear, but I can only eat plants and twigs, said the moose. Only eat plants and twigs. He almost stepped on a mole in the ground. You must sleep in a big hole, said Mole. So on this page, let's talk a little bit about the word on. We can say that the bear is on the grass. He's on it. But over here, the mole is in a hole. So that one we can say for in. The mole is in a hole, but here the bear is on the grass. So you can think of sentences for in and on too. Here comes our next one. No, said the moose, I sleep on the ground, replied the moose. He doesn't go in a hole like the mole. He sleeps on the ground. And this one, he saw a bird flying in the sky. Use your wings to fly up here, called the bird. Well, a moose doesn't have wings, so he can't fly. But let's talk a little bit about this picture right here. We can say below. The mole is going below the ground. He's going down into a hole below the ground. And the moose is more above the ground, but the mole is going below. Now look at this. The bird is above the moose. Above. So you can think of sentences that start with above and below. Above and below. Okay, guys. Let's do a couple more. This one says, my antlers aren't wings. This doesn't have any wings. Those are antlers. Right there, those are called antlers. And I can't fly, the moose called back. The moose was getting more and more upset. None of the other animals seemed to understand him. So for this picture, let's talk a little bit about top. The bird is at the top branch in the tree, at the top. This is the bottom of the tree down there. That's the top. So if you look there, the moose is at the bottom of the tree. So what are your sentences for top and bottom? Think about it. Okay, guys, we're getting down to the end of our story. Here we go. It says, then he met some deer playing in a clearing. I love your big antlers, said one deer. Would you like some leaves? Asked another. Come play with us, said a third. They played together until they fell asleep in the grass. The moose decided he was going to like his new home. So for our last two pictures for this one, we can use that word beside. See how the deer are beside each other? That also means next to, beside. So they're beside each other, right next to each other. And this one, we can even use the word middle, middle. The moose is in the middle of all those deer, in the middle. So what are your sentences for beside and middle? See if you can think about a sentence for all those words we practiced today. We did between, up and down, near and far away, behind, in front, on, in, above, below, top, beside, and middle. What are your sentences for those guys? Let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a great day. Keep being awesome, Criswell Elementary School students.